Grand Rising. It's good to see you all. A lot of people are struggling at this time with depression, and a lot of people that are tuning in are familiar with the dark night of the soul. This is a very dark time period, and today we're going to learn how to deal with it and how to manage it and how to move forward. There's a lot of things in this matrix reality that we're not in control of, so we have to learn how to respond, how to navigate, and how to ride the waves. You will see as you are on the awakening journey that when dark nights of the soul, some people think they get one dark night of the soul. You get many dark nights of the soul. And as you move forward on your journey, you'll actually look back and you could say, wow, this is what's actually serious. In the previous maybe dark night of the soul wasn't so important. So that's representing our growth on our journey. And things are getting tighter and tighter, and the pressure is really building. It's forcing us to go inside and really truthfully find who we are. And we have to learn to let go of certain things. And you know what? We could let go of everything and just be in isolation. Or, if God calls us, we could go out and reach the masses. Whatever is supposed to be will be. When you think about whatever's supposed to be will be, and learning that we're actually in Earth School, it makes it a lot easier. We're going to be talking about emotions. We're going to be talking about the energy that operates the body. We're going to be talking about what depression is. Many dark nights of the soul. How do we manage depression? Understanding that your health is actually your wealth on your journey. Not giving yourself away. Being true to yourself. And not being anyone's doormat. So all of these things are really going to help you on this journey. I am absolutely grateful for all of your support. This is a tough time, but we're hanging through right now. I'm grateful if you could kindly smash the like button or gently tap the like button. It helps others find this message. Please subscribe to the channel. Click the bell next to subscribe. Select all. We have daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. If you like this content and you would like more of it and to collaborate in groups, we have Patreon. We host live Zoom meetings and uncensored content on Patreon. The link is in the description. Very grateful for all of your support there. If you would like to support and donate to this work, there are 2 links in the description and at the pinned comment. We have Telegram, TikTok, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Rumble. The matrix clock is ticking, and we'll find out where our journey is going to be taking us very soon. We have to let go of expectations and just put it in God's hands. And in the end, we will be where we are supposed to be. Dealing with depression during the event. The event is the expansion of human consciousness, and we're learning the truth about ourselves, what is real in the world, and how we actually can work on our soul's growth. We have to realize that emotion is something that is a real tangible thing. Emotion is actually energy in motion. Emotion is energy in motion. So you could feel these energies, and you could be feeling them riveting through you in the past week. It's been very intense for myself and for others that I'm talking with. And we have to understand what depression actually means. If you actually take the word depression, deep rest, right? It's deep rest, the requirement for deep rest. The soul is actually tired of operating the body. So you're actually not this vessel. This is just like your avatar. They were actually teaching you the truth in Avatar. But we have a soul. And when you go through this state of depression, your soul is tired. You're living a fake life. You know that something is wrong in the world. And your soul is tired of operating the body. When you go through these time periods, you could actually feel like your nervous system is fried. Do you feel like your nervous system is fried? You say, oh, my nerves are shot. You have to think about the electric currents that your soul is firing through your body. So your nervous system could feel very shot. during this time period. And the time period is known for many people that are on their spiritual awakening journey as the dark night of the soul. And we will learn that there are many dark nights of the soul on our journey. You could actually look back to earlier. You could be sitting in one right now, and you could look back at an old one, and you could say, wow, that one was actually irrelevant. And this one is actually the big deal. And it seems to get bigger and bigger over your journey. You could say, oh, I thought I was done with all of that. And then something else comes to help level you up. The more trials and tribulations maybe that you go through, you could actually go on an accelerated journey as well. It's preparing you for a bigger and bigger mission. And as you go through this, you can realize that letting go is a tremendous part. When we let go and ride the wave, many things start to work out. And people might say, how do you manage depression? How do you manage depression? And this is a very important message today, so please could you kindly smash that like button? It's going to help others find this message. How do you manage depression? And you want to stay focused on attention and perception. Attention and perception. And, you know, it's difficult to, do these things, right? You want to put your attention somewhere else. There could be a real problem. A lot of us are feeling a real problem when we go through this. But you can actually take time to focus your attention elsewhere. So instead of, remember, where your attention goes, that's where the energy flows. So if you are constantly focused on the problem, and I know some problems have to be dealt with. You know, a lot of people like there's a problem and I actually have to do something to deal with it. Because, you know, some things need to be backed up with radical action. Otherwise, it's just sitting there and nothing actually happens. So there are real problems, but you could focus your attention elsewhere to take a break from it. And then you have to work on your perception of it. Change the way that you think about it. You know, sometimes we feel that this is not really authentic, which is true. It's not really authentic. Because we know, what's right and wrong, and sometimes we could be done real wrong. But we have to change the way that we think about it, realizing that we're in Earth School. What are we grateful for? You could, kind of change your perception that things could be worse. And what is really important in life, right? What is your impression? So, there's many different things that can manifest. If you're part of our Patreon community, we discuss the 8 dimensions of wellness. Very grateful for the support on Patreon, and we're going to keep growing that as well. The 8 dimensions of wellness, you could look at someone and say, oh, this person has it all, right? But they're struggling in a different dimension of wellness. Could be physical, mental, or spiritual. We talk about mental health awareness on this channel. You could write mental health awareness in the comments, and that's what is important. Your health is actually your wealth. I could look at my life right now and, going through many pitfalls, many attacks. I could sit with it and realize that I have my health. That was one of the things that my mother taught me when I was a boy. She said, you could always make more money, but you can't always have your health. And that has really, steered the ship on my journey in the past few years. You could always make more money. You can't always have your health. And that's how I could really reflect, even during this dark period right now. My money might have been taken away again, but if I really am honest, my health has improved over the past few months. If I look at my life, from a few months ago, I could say, oh, I was making it back. I was getting back on track to where I was. But then I also realized that my health was very in a bad shape. My health was in a bad shape. Stress is actually the #1 cause of disease, and there's different types of stress, and our body can react differently to these different types of stress in our life. So I'm actually looking at myself right now. I actually have a ton more energy. My body is getting back in shape, right? We're feeling so much energy, so much more empowerment at this time. So as my mother taught me, I have to stay focused on the blessing of that. My health is improving, even though that they could try to take the money away again. What do we do during this time? Yeah, Pamela Goose writes, stress equals inflammation. I had a ton of inflammation in my midsection in the liver. Full video on the channel page if you want to learn about this as well. And you know, as we move forward, we'll see what happens in the upcoming days and where we're going and what we're doing. But what you need to do is actually pull back and pull back your energy from certain things and conserve your energy. Remember that you cannot pour from an empty cup, so it is really important to pull back your energy and be authentic. Otherwise, you're being used like a human battery, and your energy is just drained away. And if you're learning helpful hints today, please smash the like button. It helps others find this message. Pull back your energy and conserve on this energy and use the energy to improve the things in your life that maybe you are in control on. Focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. You know, on my journey, and if I look back in my life, you know, a few months ago, and I could remember I had to throw the garbage out, and I have to walk pretty far to throw the garbage out. And I didn't even want to go to walk to throw the garbage out. That's how riddled my body was at the time. And now, you know, I'm getting up, you know, I actually go to throw the garbage out and bang out 3 miles. I'm running, right? I'm working out 3 times a day. So my life has changed. And, you know, sometimes remember flow versus force. Eventually you get tired from trying to force the issue. So you're just going to have to let it go. No matter what it is. And I'm hoping that I'm showing people authentically, you can't keep forcing things. You're going to have to eventually just let them go. And, you know, when you go with the flow and not the force, you start to see your life improve. And these are the things, you know, I could share regardless of how you exercise. The waters of the body need to flow. I talked about that a few years back on the channel page. And the energy, the emotions need to flow out of the body as well. So if you are out there and you work out however it is, I'm incorporating everything on my journey, whether it's weightlifting or running, you know, biking. Utilize different things. Even if you just walk, definitely try to get everything moving in your body, and you're going to feel much better. And start focusing on yourself instead of giving away your energy. You know, there are beings out there, there's situations out there that they try to siphon off your energy. But when you realize that you are actually complete, and during this is just, we're going to see if these things actually work for our everyday life, and if we have to just let go and just be the guy sitting on the beach alone. If you could find yourself when you're alone, you found it all. If you have achieved self-love, you've achieved it all. And these are the things that you have to really stay focused on during this time period. It is really the love for yourself. How do we work on ourselves? How do we improve on ourselves every single day, in every single way? And again, that's the whole point of the channel. It's not just about, you know, some people might think it's just a spiritual channel, but you have to be prepared physically, mentally, and spiritually. It's the Triforce of the Legend of Zelda. You got to get the Triforce going, baby. Yeah, we're getting the Triforce going. We have the Triforce going. And yeah, a lot of people are purging right now at this time. And this is a place to really find yourself and be authentic. And, not only is it something that I'm going through, I have set forth to make this the most authentic channel out there. And I will hold that standard. You'll see a lot of fakes out there, but this is what we have to do. And, achieving the highest high, a lot of people, authenticity makes them feel uncomfortable. And it's not about, being popular. It's about being authentic at this time. And, whether we're just a small group of people or whether we're millions of people, you have to hold that standard. You have to hold that standard. And, when you are more in alignment, the depression starts to fade away. And it's difficult. It's difficult to do this. Know all the things, we have the, you like my pink? We have the pink today to heal the inner child. We got the inner child healing right now. So immerse yourself in these colors. And remember, your inner child is actually who you are. They tell you, it is salmon, Harley Ray. It is a salmon color. They actually tell you to grow up and lose your imagination that you had as a kid. But actually, that's who you truthfully are, is your child. There's been, and you could see this in the world as the denser energies are failing, people are afraid to express who they truthfully are. I don't care who you think you are. Express yourself who you truthfully are. And it makes you feel so much lighter. They might say, you're a spiritual wackadoo. And that's okay. You don't have to worry. However you want to express yourself, stay forward. This is a great energy. We have a great opportunity. We're on the precipice of a great opportunity, but we'll see wherever we're supposed to go, whatever God is going to, how it's going to work out. And we just have to let go of certain things. Yeah. There's many different beings out there watching all this play out right now. So it is important to be authentic to yourself. Always be true to yourself, even if you have to walk away from everything. You have to be true to yourself first and foremost. Be true to yourself, and remember that regret is worse than failure. There are certain, I know linear time is fake, but we're still operating out of the matrix. And, there are hard lines that we can't cross. So we'll see what happens over the next few days, and where we go and what God intends for me on my journey and my path. And, as we peel back the veil, it's my honor to be the beacon, the lighthouse of authenticity, so everyone could see it. And a lot of people don't like the light shining on them. And some of my friends, they can't even begin to imagine my journey. Always remember, think about how it is. Are you prepared to walk a mile in someone else's shoes? And it's very empowering when you master the art of not giving a shift. Also, a tremendous video on the channel page. You should check it out. Yes, Tara writes, Einstein said imagination is more important than intelligence. It's all about your imagination. That's how Nikola Tesla was able to come up with these great experiments, these great inventions. And you can't lose your inner child. We have the pink today. We have the pink to heal the inner child today. And listen, you could feel like your battery is being drained. You're getting lower and lower. So you have to put that standard. And even if you have to go into total isolation, then that's what you need to do at the time. And these are the things that we have to stay focused on, and just let go and see what happens. Through vibrational synchronization, everything will sort its way out. And you know what? You're not here to save anyone. You're simply here for yourself. And by doing that, you become the lighthouse, and other people see you just as the lighthouse. You can't change anyone. Everyone is responsible for themselves. Everyone is responsible for themselves. So stay focused on this and realize that everything is what it is. And you know, it's been a rough couple of years, but yeah, a lot of people have been losing their jobs lately, and it's something that we could all relate to. Again, the 8 dimensions of wellness, all these things happen in different parts of our everyday life. And how do we overcome? How do we navigate the waves? And if you enjoy this chat and you want more real talk like this, we host live Zoom meetings on Patreon, the 8 Dimensions of Wellness community. It's great to be with so many people. Very grateful for the support there. And that's really what I'm really more focused on, working in the groups, because it's funny because it happens so many times, you know, when you're just talking to one person, but if you speak to many people, someone else is hearing what you're sharing, and then like a total different third person actually needed to hear that message. And that's actually the way that God works. So it's really important that we are building the communities, coming together. But remember that a lot of people are dealing with depression, deep rest at this time period. Remember that emotions are energy in motion, and knowing that we could always manage these things by, you know, moving our body, focusing our attention elsewhere, backing things up with radical action, and changing our perception, because God will bring you something else. So just as something could be taken away from you, God will replace it. And you know, everyone is learning this right now, so everyone wants to say, okay, how could we make the most of everything? Obviously, when we all get on the same page through vibrational synchronization, things always increase. The more that we're separate, the more that we're battling each other, but everyone has to learn this. So you know, my mom always said some people have to learn the hard way. So, you know, this is all just a learning experience. The channel is for all people to improve every aspect of their lives. We're all feeling it right now. Oh, yes, happy Thursday. Every day of the week is a holiday. So stay focused. I appreciate all of you. If you like this, we have daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern time here. We host live Zoom meetings on Patreon. The link is in the description. We have all of our links in the description. Grateful for all of you. Why don't you leave a comment? What are you experiencing in the now moment? What are you doing to overcome the tough times that we're all in? The energy is conducive to this, even with the planets and all these other things that are happening. This is a place where common everyday life people could actually find the information they need to navigate this this world. So it's not such a spiritual wackadoo place, but so that everyone could say, you know what, I can relate to this. This is happening on my journey in my life, and this is just the time period that we're in. I love you all. I'm very grateful for all of your support at this time. The links are in the description and at the pinned comment. 9 a.m. Eastern time here. Please subscribe to the channel, and we'll see what we are manifesting in the upcoming days. And I love you all. I hope that this message was helpful for all of you. Have a great day. Namaste.